of all, I would love y'all to give a round of applause for Scott, the lyrical lines. Now, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Ryan Jones. I'm a senior English major here at Rowan University. I haven't been in lyrical lines in a while, nor have I really performed in a while, but I'm working on a novel right now called Prolonged Misunderstanding. It's about 8 chapters in, so I'm going to actually give you, I've been doing poetry forever, but I'm really gravitating towards more prose, short story writing. So I'm going to give you a little excerpt from a short
Ryan,
story.
Can I interrupt you for a second?
Sure can, you did.
He said a novel, not like a poem. He said like a book. You can continue.
But this, like I said, this is an excerpt from just a short story. It's actually not quite complete. It's called Flowers of Light. I wrote it about 6 to 8 months ago, so you just dig me real quick. She possessed every trait a lost boy with the flaming mind of a man could desire, a woman who ripened the fruit. She wasn't afraid to feed him on nights when his stomach was as empty as his heart, and his eyes stared off into the void, a familiar place which never judged his selfishness. She never asked if he was hungry, for she knew he was. For a man with a mind like his never thought about eating, but only creating. And the sizzle from the pans echoed against the 4 walls while the cork of Merlot sang its song into the air, and what a beautiful song it was. They memorized every droplet of lyrics as they hummed a familiar tune. The sweet but bitter taste of sin, oh so familiar, yet oh so forgiving. The melody danced on their tongue with a sweeping lull like a trumpet of triumph. And Dakota gazed into the holes beneath his brows and thought to herself just who he was. When did she know? Where he's going, and why she loved him so. Frances often thought of her as a Shakespearean character, a woman soaked in tragic beauty. And maybe, just maybe, these 2 Shakespearean characters would die together, he thought, and rest silently in the same grave to hold each other for eternity. And Dakota's perplexed mind peered back into the void, the center which cradled his ink-stained visions as darkness painted each crevice of the room black. And there is nothing more chilling, Frances thought, than lingering clouds engulfed in darkness. The slow stalking of the sky as it creeps past the moon's reflection, laughing at all that witness, laughing at him perhaps. The moon is a light for the lost. The same way the sun gives life to the living, the moonlight gives light to the dead. And the sun slowly yawned over the horizon as silent slavery engulfed their tongues, holding words captive. And thoughts marinated inside their mind and poured through the gleams of their eyes, illuminating the enigma of their existence. It is hard to determine the exact moment you fall in love with someone, isn't it? It is hard for one to tell you the temperature on the day they were born, isn't it? But these 2 days are not so different, for love is a birth of uninhibited passion and opportunity, like a pioneer placing 2 bare feet on a new land filled with promise and the unknown. The flaming chill of awakened love, it burns the frost of lust, and trust as sways as eyes dissect the truth of desire, which bled slowly underneath the moonlight smile. And these eyes roared against pale glimmers, yet silently danced with an understanding which cannot be put to words. The blushing sunrise peered through the window of their morning serenade, and crept slowly, placing its breath on their blooming lips. Flowers of night turn into flowers of light. Thank you so much.